HIO has been a launchpad for groundbreaking, experimental, and even award-winning games and stories, many of which have gone on to become cult hits or industry darlings. Many now famous projects like A Short Hike, Celeste, Fierce to Fathom, Chilla's Art, Buckshot Roulette, and others began as game jam entries or pay what you want uploads. So many beloved or critically acclaimed indie games, books, and other forms of interactive media, including important cultural and queer narratives, owe their start to HIO's welcoming system. But why am I talking about this? You might have heard the news that Steam just banned or delisted over 400 games from their catalog that contain themes of... I'm gonna put it here. I don't want my channel to be taken down, but you can read. And while at first sight that might sound like great news, the way by which it was done was alarming, to say the least. And it's already causing damage to independent creators that have nothing to do with the topics that I put here on the screen. To understand what's going on, I need to give you a little context about a group called Collective Shout. Collective Shout is an Australian organization or movement focused on fighting over-sexualization of women and children in media. They consider themselves feminists, but many people refer to them as TERFs or as the PETA of feminism. I don't need to explain that one. You have Google, you can look that up. There are other videos here on YouTube that explain why PETA is bad. They're going to explain it better than me. So yeah, you have the internet, go look it up. Now, in this video, I try to keep everything as close to as factual as possible. I'm trying to allege as little as possible, but this is a very delicate situation. It's very political. I'm not used to doing this kind of videos on my channel, but this is a very important subject and I need to talk about it. I did a lot of research and I brought receipts. Everything will be linked in the pin post in my comments, but there's still space for me to make mistakes and misinterpret things. So feel free to correct me in the comments, respectfully, of course. Please be nice. So what does Collective Shout has to do with any of this? What are they doing? They got a hold of payment processing companies like Mastercard and Visa. They made some persistent complaints about within platforms that they supported, like Steam, or in the HIO, like game stores and media stores in general. And they demanded them to stop giving support to those platforms unless the platforms removed any kind of related content, right? And they did. Steam removed everything. I mean, everything they could find, at least. Now, a few things are concerning here. First of all, how did a small activist group from Australia manage to pressure two of the biggest payment processing companies in the world to make a move so big with just allegedly 1,000 calls? That's what people have been saying on the internet. I don't know, something smells fishy in here. It feels like there's a different story behind here that we're not being told. And also, how an Australian organization that managed to ban games from being sold at Walmart within their country, I'm not sure if there's their whole city or their whole country, and bullied like small businesses to stop making shirts with innuendos and sex puns. I don't know, just smaller stuff, you know. How did they manage to make a move that made Steam and HIO ban games globally? Like if they had to push games being banned in Australia, that would make sense. But Steam just removed it for everyone. And that is very scary. I was actually working on another video about the Stop Killing Games drama, which relates to consumer rights when buying video games. But I had to stop doing it and work on this video because everything just happened so fast. It was like within a week and games were gone and creators were affected and this group came out of nowhere and it was very weird. I had to stop everything and do a video about this, and I'm really angry about this anyway. If you've actually seen the news, you're probably being kind of mad at me by this point. Like, Moth, they only banned horribly sus and weirdly like rapey, incesty games. Why are you so mad? Listen, from what I can tell, the gaming community has been compiling a list on our own of all the games that were banned and delisted from Steam, and truly, there seems to be only the weirdest, scummiest related games. My list is going to be linked down below. But this was just like an easy way in for Collective Shout and in the future, other conservative groups. Like an easy win, if you may, for them to affect the way that these things are sold and stuff. So like nobody would oppose this kind of stuff to be removed from Steam. Like if you do, like, what is wrong with you, right? Like these are very weird and not cool stuff and content to be made and sold in anywhere, not just like a gaming platform, anywhere. But like I said, this only proves to other activist groups that might not have the best intentions that they can affect the way that we buy and see and interact with content online. This just means that other, maybe more ill-meaning groups can take control and censor games and other media that doesn't comply with their specific worldviews or ideologies. What happens when they start banning actual good games for having any kind of woke agenda that they disagree with? Queerness, female or male characters that don't fit their conservative views, people of different cultures, ethnicities, religions. Censorship is never the way. Case in point, Collective Shout was pushing to ban Detroit Become Human because it depicts domestic violence and abuse against women. Detroit Become Human, a game about empathy, humanity, and doing the right thing. So in Detroit Become Human, there is a chapter called Stormy Night. I'm going to sum it up here for you so you have a little bit of the idea of what they're trying to ban. The chapter called Stormy Night, you play as Kara, a housekeeping android. She works for a man named Todd who lives with his daughter Alice. From the beginning, it's clear that the household is tense and abusive. Todd is aggressive, erratic, and heavily implied to be addicted to drugs. The turning point comes when Todd begins to escalate, threatening to hurt the daughter. As the player, you're forced to make a choice. Follow your programming and do nothing, or break your code and intervene to protect the child. If you choose to protect Alice, Kara becomes deviant, breaking free from their robotic obedience. You can then take actions to confront or evade Todd and ultimately escape with Alice. The whole point of the game is empathy and what it means to be human. It is a whole thing about making the right choices and protecting each other. And it's a beautiful, emotional, groundbreaking game. It's amazing. Go play it right now if you can. It's 10 out of 10. It's clearly not glorifying any kind of sexualization of women or abuse of children. And Collective Shout wants to ban it because children bad, video games bad, robots bad. I don't know what. It makes no sense for me. But you know what they thought was cool? Cuties. One of the leaders of Collective Shout tweeted in favor of the movie Cuties. I haven't watched the movie, but I know what it's about, and I know all the controversy that arose in the past. If you don't, it's a movie that's supposed to show how bad the child entertainment industry is. It shows like very graphically the exploitation of children's image in media and the sexualization of them. And it's a movie that shows like children in tight clothes, small young children in tight clothes, like twerking and dancing in the camera, and how people sexualize that and how they're sold as products. And it's a very graphic movie. Collective Shout thought that was fine. But a video game where you have to make a decision to save a child from an abusive home, and it's a very deep and emotional narrative, no, not cool. Ban it. Something else that I've been seeing a lot about Collective Shout, a lot of people have been alleging that they're an evangelical group. I did not find any statements or anything on the internet of them self-referring to as, that's not how you say things. Anyway, they did not say explicitly that they are an evangelical group, but there have been other evangelical activist groups that have endorsed and talked well about Collective Shout. And they have ties to evangelical groups, but they are not officially an evangelical group as well. They are not as friendly as they seem. If you go to their page, everything that they say sounds amazing, really cool. Collective Shout is a grassroots campaign movement against the objectification of women and sexualization of girls. Collective Shout is for anyone concerned about the increasing pornification of culture and the way its messages have become entrenched in mainstream society, presenting distorted and dishonest ideas about women and girls, sexuality and relationships, blah, blah, blah. They've been up since 2010. They have done a lot of things and censored a lot of things. But yeah, mainly if you read this, it sounds great, right? But they're very prone to censorship, and that is never a good thing. As another example, there was an article talking about this whole situation of the credit card companies and the Steam ban and everything that was fairly critical to Collective Shout, as this video is. And in a matter of hours, Collective Shout got that article taken down. Very censorship-ish of them, whereas the freedom of speech that conservatives complain about all the time. But anyway, they had the article taken down because they don't like people talking shit on them or disagreeing with their worldviews, obviously. The impact on Steam was immediate. They banned and delisted, like I said, over 400 games. They also reinforced and updated their guidelines, reiterated their already existing rule of no content sexualizing minors, which was already there. If you found any games that had those contents in them, you could report them and they would be taken down because they're against the rules. And also in their guidelines, they updated vague language about banning offensively excessive sexual content and content mean to titillate. I have no idea what titillate means. I should assume that is something related to arousal, but yeah, that is very vague. I'm gonna put here a definition of titillate on the screen because I'm gonna look it up later because I don't know what that means. English is not my first language, I'm sorry. But yeah, very vague and can be used to enforce any kind of ideology on any kind of game that does not match Collective Shout's world views or any kind of other group that might be in this bunch as well. And the impact on HIO was scarier because they folded without any warning. As of July 24, HIO de-indexed and delisted everything that had the adult and the NSFW, not safe for work, tags in them. They're gone. They're delisted. They're de-indexed. You can't even look for them. So you can't actually compile a list of the things that were gone. Creators were shadow banned. Content was taken out of the platform. Payments are not being given out. The money that the creators have within HIO is frozen. They can't take it out. They can't take payouts from HIO until this is all sorted. They did publish a statement afterwards saying that all of the content that was de-indexed is going to be put through an audit, and then the things that are not related to this kind of stuff will be put back on, maybe with some restrictions depending on the content, but they will be put back online. In the meanwhile, you just have to wait because the stuff is going to be put back only after the entire audit is done. So who knows when. They're not disclosing anything else, any progress or any more data related to that. So yeah. Anyway, I've seen some creators alleging that other tags were removed as well. This was something that pissed me off a lot. While I was researching for this video, I couldn't find a list of topics that Collective Shout wanted banned, apart from obviously the ones that I just put on screen multiple times. There are other creators that are alleging that their content is being taken down that didn't even have the adult tag in it or the NSFW tag in it. They had the tags queer, trans, LGBTQ, and among others, and also periods. They're banning games and books that talk about periods for some reason. This is not a feminist move. This is very not feminist of them. But anyway, this is everyone's fear. If you ban things that are bad, that are wrong, that are against the law, great, all amazing. Nobody's going to be mad about that. But the power that you have to start banning other things that you don't like, that might be because you are bigoted or have prejudice or anything, is scary, and it's already happening. We have multiple creators talking about their creations, their content being banned because of the queer tag. This is something that I thought was going to happen in the future, and it's happening as of now. I'm not going to go deeper into this, but you should definitely go check out Charlie's video on this situation because he talks a lot more in depth about the risks and the possible horrible scenarios that might happen because of this whole ban. I just want to say in general that this is really bad, but he goes into more detail. I don't want to repeat myself. Go check his video out. He's also very angry about this. And also something that rubbed me the wrong way, the adult tag does not imply sexual content. Adults make content for adults that might not be interesting for children and that other adults want to find, and does not involve nudity or sex or any kind of things that are wrong or weird or kinky or sus or, you know, any games and books and other types of media that deal with like psychological stuff or drama or deeper emotional things that kids might not be interested in, or maybe shouldn't be reading or playing games that talk about that stuff. Games are not made only for kids. Books are not made only for kids. Since when? Media in general, it's not made only for kids. It's like saying that you're gonna ban all movies and shows from Netflix that have age range of 16 and 18 plus because they're not for kids, so they are immediately porn. They might have violence in them. They might have drugs and alcohol in them. They might have deeper emotional plots and stories that kids might not like or find fun or even understand. Horror movies, horror games, horror shows, horror books that are not meant for kids and that are not explicit. So many things have the adult tag that should not be in this ban, and creators that make adult stuff that should not be in the aim of this group. I make live streams for over 18 and there's nothing explicit about this. I just talk to my friends and we say swear words and we talk about adult stuff like life things. We play games that are like 16 plus that don't have any kind of sex-related stuff in it. They're just like war games or horror games and stuff. This is just a space that's not for kids. My channel is not for kids. Are you gonna ban me because I don't talk about a Peppa Pig or something? This is very dangerous and it can escalate so fast, and this is why it's so scary. Many queer, adult, and experimental game developers and writers and other like content creators use H as a safe space to publish uncensored work. And again, uncensored does not mean explicit sexual nudity or anything. It just means experimental, and you know, I don't need to repeat myself. I think you get what I'm trying to say at this point. And the list of topics that Collective Shout is trying to ban is nowhere to be found. This is the scariest part, because they might be pushing to ban things that we'd not even know that were banned until the creators like speak up and complain. So we only found out that queer games and books and HIO were being banned because I happen to follow some of those creators on TikTok, and some of them were suggested to me and stuff because I care about these things. If I didn't, then I wouldn't even know that these were gone. The people are being targeted. The people are being affected by this. The scariest thing is that this happened very fast. Way too fast. And there's not been enough time for backlash. There will be, and that's a good thing. There will be a lot of backlash, and especially within Steam. I think people are always very vocal on Steam, and people will be very angry. People are very angry, and they're going to talk about it. And I do believe that credit card companies will loosen up on the bans, just enough so the public will calm down, though. And a lot of the stuff that was banned, that was not supposed to be banned, will remain banned. And we're going to lose a lot of cool and good things because of this whole incident. And depending on how people act right now and how people react to the situation, this might not happen again, or this might set a precedent for it to happen all the time. And the gaming and content scene is going to be changed forever by this, because then any other group will feel entitled to do this as well. This is why I think it's so strange that they managed to do this global attack and ban on content with less than 1,000 calls, or a little over 1,000 calls. That's what's alleged. I didn't find any kind of confirmation on that, but yeah, very worrying. And the damage is mostly done for most independent creators that don't have big studios to back them up. Just when we thought that we had gotten like a big win with our like consumer rights in the gaming market, with the whole stop killing game situation, comes Collective Shout to ruin the party. Now, what can we do about it? Because I've been complaining for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. This recording has been a little longer than usual because I'm rambling a lot because I'm really angry. But so far, I haven't seen any organized movements to fix this, to do something about it. I have seen mentions of a petition, but I haven't found much information on that. Hey, Moth from the future here. So this video took way longer to edit and record than I expected. So there is an actual update regarding the petitions. So there is a petition going around. Right now, it is over 240,000 signatures. I'm going to link it in the description if you want to engage with it, sign it, share it. Yeah, that was basically all I wanted to share with you. Back to the video. But there's people saying that especially if you are in the United States, but you can do this everywhere, call Mastercard and Visa and tell them about it. Tell them you're angry about this. Tell them that this ban was stupid. Tell them everything about this, why this is dangerous, and why they should not be associating themselves with groups that are pro-censorship. Like I said, I found people saying that they managed to do this with 1,000 calls, and I think there's way more than 1,000 people angry about the situation and wanting this to not happen again and fix this. So let's use our voices and try to fix this. Also, I'm going to link down here a thread on Reddit of people discussing this and what can we do, and more information on Collective Shout, because I talked a lot of shit about them in this video, but there's so much more. Believe me, I don't want to make a video dunking on anyone. I just wanted to talk about a subject that made me very angry and makes me worried about the industry in general, which is something I do in every video, apparently. I have to change my intro from I play games here on YouTube to I worry about games here on YouTube, because that's mostly what I do in my videos. But anyway, go check out the Reddit thread if you want to know like more dirt on Collective Shout. It's in there. Please don't go attack them. I know that my community and my videos, I have a small YouTube channel and I have a small community, but it's always important to say, do not go attacking anyone. Do not go harassing anyone. Call Visa and Mastercard to voice your opinion and tell them how important it is to not do this anymore. And but don't go like attacking or like aggressively talk to anyone or chase anyone or harass anyone, please. Let's be smart about this. And like I said, everything is gonna be linked and pinned down in the comments. I usually pin links in the comments because I've read somewhere that the algorithm is weird and mysterious and it doesn't like when you put too many links in the video description. And I don't want to hurt the video. I want to like make it reach more people and stuff because it's a small channel and I want to grow. So I'm going to be leaving it in the pinned comment down below, all the links, all my research. Thank you so much for the members. Also, if you know if this is true or not, the links thing, let me know. Like, I would love to just leave all the links in the description, but I'm scared that it might hurt my video. So I put it in the comments. So anyway, thank you so much for the members who get to watch my videos first. If you want to support the channel, do become a member. If you don't want to spend money supporting the channel, just subscribe, like this video, send this to someone that might be interested in this whole story and that might not know the entire story. One thing that I've been seeing online is making me really upset. I really don't want to get like political on my channel, but you know, I just made an entire video about political things, so you like it or not. But I just wanted to like clear up that what they're doing, censorship and anti-queer, anti-trans stuff, this is not a feminist group. A feminist group that wants to block discourse about DV and what you can do about it. This is very anti-feminist. So they might call themselves feminists, but feminists are catching strays here. I swear to God. Conservatism and feminism are very opposite things. And yeah, I just wanted to clear this up. Stop spreading misinformation. Feminists had nothing to do with this. At the end of the day, probably TERFs, but you know, I don't want to dive deeper into that. I want to talk about video games on the internet, please. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate you staying all the way through the end in my video. This is a very chaotic one, but I feel like I've taken a weight off my chest and I'm very happy to have shared it with you. And yeah, share it with someone else that might not be aware of the entire story or that might be spreading misinformation or receiving misinformation about this story. So we can fight the bad stuff in the internet. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.